Hey guys, it's Ro and welcome to today's tutorial. So I'm really excited to share with you a new project. It's just a window pocket album with vellum. I really wasn't sure what to call it, so if you think I have a name by the time we're done here, please let me know. I had no idea. The original idea was without the frame, and then at the last minute I got curious, and so I put the frame on. So I have no idea really what to call it. But yeah, let me just show you a couple samples and then we'll jump right on into the tutorial. So this one, I used that Say Chic paper pad that I've used a couple videos ago, I believe. I also used this paper pad, and I put some little, I have the butterfly puncher, so I just punched a couple butterflies in the front on top of the vellum, put a couple gems, and then the little dangle here, I just use a scallop punch, put a bigger gem right there in the middle. Yeah, and that's it. So when it opens, it kind of opens like this. On the back of the gem, I have a sentiment that says one of a kind, a couple butterflies on this side, and then we have a pocket here. And I just put a slim tag there, and then it just opens like this. Really easy, simple project, but with a little oomph, just something kind of fun. I wanted to play with like the window and just see, what you can do. And I think here, you can put like beads or sequences, whatever you want in the window. You could leave this part out altogether and just like see through to a pretty design on the back. So just totally up to you, but I just thought it would be fun to play with this little window element. So, and then the inside is just really simple. So you just have a pocket here and a side pocket here. So on this one, I just put a little tag that I use some lace to cover up or to pull on. And then just a little journaling card here. And then in this pocket, just have a cute little journaling card there. A couple little embellishments, just ones, I think these are Tim Holtz that I had in my stash. And then on the back here, we have another pocket. I just used out one of the cutout parts to make a pocket on here. And then I just put a cute little journaling card there. So it is so simple to make this, so easy. No crazy cutting or crazy measurements or rulers or anything like that. I took the really easy route to do this. So let's go ahead and jump on in. If you do want to see like what a junk journal one would look like, this is like my prototype, because I started out with I just actually was going to have it like this. So I did this one really quick just to give you an idea without the window there. If you just wanted to put the vellum or even cardstock, works just as nice. And that's kind of an idea of how it would look if you didn't want to put the window frame there. This was actually the original idea, and then I kept going with the window and got stuck on hanging stuff there and all kinds of stuff. So it just kind of evolved like that. But yeah, this is an idea if you didn't want to put the frames. I like sharing all the different ways you can make things. So this is more of like a junk journal version of it. We still have a pocket here that I put a cute little slim tag. And then on the inside here, I just put a little file card on the inside and a couple little journaling cards. And then on this side, I was originally going to glue this like right here, but I just changed my mind last minute. But just a cute little flower embellishment that I made with my heart punch. And just a couple journaling cards here and a couple journaling cards here. So just so you can get an idea of what it would look like if you did a junk journal theme as well. All right, so let's go ahead and make this cute little one. It is so easy. Shouldn't take us very long. So now we can start crafting together. I'm so excited. All right, so we grab our scoreboard and a sheet of paper, and I got sticky stuff all over my board. I definitely need to clean this thing. And I just grabbed some random sheets just so I could show you guys how to make it. So our first cut's going to be, let me make sure you could see this. I hope the lighting is okay. I'm not getting a lot of sun in this room today. But the first sheet we're cutting at 8 by 5.5. And this will be the base of our little album. So 8, I'll put this to the side, by 5.5. Okay, and then we are going to score it on the 8-inch side at 4. So grab my little thing here. All right, so we'll just do our score line. That would be at 4. We go ahead and fold this and burnish it. And then we will go ahead and grab a sheet of vellum or regular cardstock. Now, I love vellum. Vellum just kind of speaks for itself. It's just cute no matter what you do with it, right? But with cardstock, I think you have more decorating options with it, because you know the way that it's made, like when you open it, if you put an embellishment over the vellum here, you kind of have to cover it up on this side, similar to what I did with the butterflies. But if you use cardstock, you don't. So just something to keep in mind. If you don't have vellum, that's fine. You'll have more decorative items or options to do it. So all right, so let's grab your vellum or your cardstock. I'm just going to use cardstock for this one. The process is exactly the same no matter what you use for this step. So our sheet that would be vellum is 5.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to go down to my 5.5, and then by 2.5, and then we're going to score at 1/2 inch on the 2.5 inch side. So 1/2 inch right here. Then we will go ahead and burnish this. Okay, and then you take this piece, and what we're going to do is we're going to glue it into the back like this. So we are only going to glue this little 1/2 inch panel, and we're going to glue it to the back card so that when it opens, it's going to be like that. Okay, so we're just going to glue it like that, and then it'll close like so. So when you glue it, you know, bring it all the way to the score line, but not on top or past it. And you might even want to go even a little bit further this way away from the score line, just a little bit, so that it folds a little easier. So let's go ahead and glue. All right, and I'm gonna just take it a little tad away from that score line just so that it folds easier, because normally we go right up to it, right? But in this case, we're just gonna give it a little bit of breathing room so that it folds, you know, easier. So all right, so we've got that part. So the next thing that we want is the front side window strips, if you do want to do a window. And so those, we could take one of the scraps that we just used to cut down our other parts, and we're gonna do 2 pieces that are 4 by 1/2 inch. So we'll go ahead and do that. So 4 by 1/2 inch. So there's 1, there's 2, okay? And then we're gonna need 1 more piece that is 5.5 by 1/2 inch, and that will be used to complete our window, if you wanna put the window on there. So 5.5 by 1/2 inch. And you could always make it a little longer if you want to make sure that it goes all the way in, and just cut it off later if you wanted to. All right, so now we have our 3 parts to do our window frame. So it is really easy. I'll use, well, no, I thought this was double-sided paper. It actually does work better with double-sided, but like with this one, I used single-sided, and I just cut the same measurements. Just so instead of 3 strips for the window, you would just cut 6 strips, exact same measurements, to cover the back, okay, if you use single-sided, because this was single-sided and it was fine, and then I just covered up the white space there. So you can go either way, but obviously life will be much easier with double-sided paper. All right, so let's go ahead and take our strips, and all we're going to do is just glue them. One's going to go on the top, the long one's going to go like right here, and the other one is just going to go right here at the bottom like so, and you will have your little window element. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So there's lots of options that you can do here, with the window, without the window, different types of dangles or beads, whatever you want to hang in there, or leaving out this window part altogether. So, oh, and I put too much glue. We're actually only supposed to put glue on this side of the strip, and I totally forgot about that. So I'll just let this dry without gluing down to that part. So yeah, we're only gluing this part of the strip. All right, and so with this one, I'll do the bottom first. I think it makes it easier. So we'll just do this bottom piece, and I'm only gonna put glue on half of the strip this time. And we're just gonna glue it at the very bottom, all the way to the edge, all the way down. Okay, so it'll look like this at this point. So bringing it all the way down. And now all we need to do is just put glue here and here and put the last strip on top. I told you this little window is so easy. I made it like super, super, super simple. Because I like projects that are fun and easy. So there we go. And now we have our little window that, because I glued it wrong, is trying to stick. Let me put a little bit more glue here. And actually, I need to take it off of there so that it can just glue in peace. All right, and should let this dry. All right, so now we've got our little window element that we could hang whatever we want in there or not, put a dangle at all, but so fun. I thought that was so fun. Okay, and so now we can do, let's see, we can do the little pocket that goes here. Let's do that one next. So I call it the front slim pocket. That's 5.5 by 2 inches. So I think one of our scraps should do the trick. Let me see. This one's 5.5. Yep. So 5.5 by 2. Did I say 5.5 by 2? Yeah, okay. I remember if it's 2 or 2.5. All right, and so this one, we're just gonna glue right here as close to the edge this way as possible. Unless, of course, you wanted to go more in, but ideally we're gonna go that way. And we're just gonna put glue right here at the bottom and right here. We're not gonna put any glue at the top or inside. So we'll go ahead and do that. My dog's crying, he wants to come in the room. I'm like, nope, no grand appearances today. Barking for the camera. All right, so here we go. And we'll just go ahead and glue this on. This is, you know, a step where it's really fun to use another pattern or something for this pocket. All right, and so now we have this pocket here. Let me give you the measurements in case it helps for my little, just to give you an idea. It's pretty much different for everyone depending on how much glue you use, but as a basic guideline, this tag measures about 5.5 by about 1.5, and that should give you a nice slim tag if you want to put it there. Okay, so now we have it up to this part, and now if you're using single-sided, you of course would go ahead and start covering stuff up. Now if I used vellum, this is going to be see-through, right? So I wouldn't need to cover that, but you would do the same measurements as the strips in the front for this part. And then you would do, you know, a piece back here and a piece back here before you do your pockets. And so that would be up to you depending on how much of a white frame you want around your things. So let's just say we've already done that. Now we can do our pockets. We're going to do this pocket and then this pocket. So our inside pocket right here is going to be 5 by 3.25. So let me get another sheet. And we're going to go 5. I think I'm going to go this way. No, I'll go this way. What the heck? Just a sample album anyways. Okay, so 5 by 3.25. All right. And then we are going to go ahead and score it at 1/2 inch 3 times around. So I always start on the 5-inch side for some reason, and then just do my 3 1/2 inch scores. 2 and 3. All right, and we can cut our corners off now. So I'm just going to snip and snip. We will go ahead and burnish. 3 times around here. All right, then we'll just go ahead and put glue on the 3 little 1/2 inch panels only. And if you want to cut this corner off right here too, wouldn't hurt. I probably should have did that on the other side, but all right. And so I'll just keep on gluing here and some more glue. All right, and so we'll grab our little album and we put this pocket right here in the middle towards the bottom. We want to make sure that we stay in between these score lines so that our album can fold. And that's about it. Other than that, it's all right. And so we make sure it can fold, which it can, so we're good to go. All right, and now let's do our side pocket here. So that one is, let's see, 5.5 by 1 3/4. So let me see if this would work. Yep, this fits. Okay, so 5.5. Actually, let me use the same pattern. So 5.5 by 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. Okay, and then if you want to do your notch, now's a good time to do so. And my apologies, we probably should have did a notch here on this one, but I'll just go ahead and eyeball one right in the middle, and then we'll just glue this right here. So just a nice little simple, more flat side pocket there. All right, so let me grab my glue. And we're just going to glue right here, and right here. So we're going to stay away from the side that has our notch and stay away from the middle, of course. And I'm going to try to do a thin bead of glue as close to the edges as possible so you have more room in your pocket. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and glue this down right at the end there. Such a simple, quick little fun project. I think also would be cool for Happy Mail or something like that. Alrighty, and let me see if I can still get a notch in here. Let's see. I think I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that notch in. Yeah, there we go. Still was able to kind of get one. All was not lost. All right, and so now all we need to do is put our back pocket. So that one is 5.5 by 4. So we will go 5.5 by 4. And we just stick this one right into the back like this. So of course we can do our notch first. And then we're just going to put glue 3 times around. So 1, 2, and 3. Thin bead as close as you can to the edge, which I'm apparently not doing. And this one's a little better. All right, look at me go. All right, so you can stick this one here on the back. Make sure I'm at the front. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. Now we have our little back pocket right there. So, boom, there we go. And now you can have fun if you just, chose to do the window here with like hanging stuff there, or, wherever your imagination takes you. I'm curious what other people would do because, this is the first one, so I really don't know. I'm just going off of my imagination here, but I'm so curious of what everyone else decides to do if they decide to make this album. Okay, so let me give you an idea of how to do it if you did want to have the little dangle piece that goes and then it kind of twirls when you open it. I think you have more of that twirling effect with whatever you dangle there, the thinner thread that you use. So this thread that I used here is just regular sewing thread. It's super, super thin, but I get the feeling from the difference between both of these that, this thing will twirl a little bit better if the thread, whatever you use, is thin as possible. That's my theory there, because see, this one doesn't really turn at all, and you may not want it to dangle all over the place. And this one I just used, I'm not sure what this is called, but it's a little thicker. I want to say, I don't know, crochet thread. No, it's not that thick, but it's definitely a lot thicker than like needle thread. You guys, I'm sure, knows what this is. I can't remember what it's called. I got it at Joann's. So yeah, those are just a couple tips for there. And then, so what you would do, I eyeballed it, but just to give you an idea, you would just kind of like, wherever you want it, maybe in the middle there, right? You can put your ruler and do a little mark right here, a little mark right here, and then you can get your double-sided tape. I use double-sided tape. You can also use glue. And of course you would do this before putting any strips here, right? Because then it'll cover up the tape. And so then you would just put a little bit of tape or glue right here, a little bit of tape or glue right here, and then you can take your thread and just put it like that so that it's right there in the middle. And you can add your dangles after, or you can do your dangles beforehand and put it, so totally up to you. But it really is that easy. I just wanted to make this project as simple as possible. And that is it, you guys. I hope you like this one. I just think it's really fun and easy, quick project with a little bit of oomph to it, you know, with the things that you can do. I don't think that I'm leaving out anything, so we're good to go. So I've got a cute one-page wonder project that I'm working on now that I'll be dropping the video for that pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed crafting with me today. I always have so much fun. Thank you so much, and I will check you guys out in our next video. Bye for now.